going to be using Deep Sky Stacker and Photoshop. So you may have use other programs, but we're just going to do this. And also check out my website astronebula.com for more tutorials and images you can see, and I'm adding new material every day. So now the most important, I wouldn't say most important, but the first step, you go to Options, Settings, Stacking Settings. See how Comet's there? You choose Comet. Now you have three options: Standard, Comet Stacking, and Stars Plus Comet Stacking. This third option, it says the Comet and the stars will be sharp. They're not sharp. I mean, the Comet, it's good, but it's kind of the lazy way of doing it. So I would go the extra mile and with only using these first two steps, because this step you're still going to have to clean up a lot of star trail mess. So with that said, I'm going to choose Comet Stack. Go to the option 1 first, Comet Stacking. Click OK. Now you notice on the right hand side here, there's nothing there, but they'll be there sometime soon. So let's open up our files. Now since I have a mono cam, I gotta put all the channel, red channel, green channel, blue channel in. Red. Put our red darks in. Control all. Put our red flats in. And we will put our green in. We'll put our dark files in. Now I know with the green and blue, since they're the same exposure time, I could use you know, the same flats. I mean, if not flats, same darks. But sometimes with DSS, I notice that when I try to stack them, it says the darks are missing, so I just split them up. Okay, from there we have green, light, dark, so we need the flats. Okay, now let's move on to the blue channel. Put all those in. Put our blue flats in. Okay, now this is where you want to pay attention. Now that we have all our files in there, we need to register them. Now before you register them, what we're going to do is you're going to check all the frames. You'll see why. Because instead of clicking this and this, we're not going to do that. Actually, I'm sorry, we got to just click one of these frames. Now, it doesn't matter which one, but I'll click the first one. So right here you'll see edit comet mode. This mode may be used to edit the position of the comet in the image. So select this and watch what shows up. This frame, you probably never seen it before, but you want to choose the middle button. Now if you don't do it the way I showed you, sometimes this won't show up and it stacks it the regular way, and I'm really not sure if it does it the same, but to be safe I do it this way. So right now we're gonna register all the frames in comet mode, so I'm gonna click OK. You don't want to stack them. Okay, so click OK. I will be back when this is done. Okay, I'm back. So right now we registered all our frames. And if you notice, see how I move this up here? Click to set the Comet here. I'll show you that after. But first, I just want to check all the frames. That's good. That's good. Okay, we're good. Okay, now with this, you definitely want to set a reference frame. So this is the highest number. I tried it with and without it, everything was just all messed up. So use this as a reference frame. Now here comes the new part that you're gonna learn. Now notice over here it says number of stars. So watch, keep an eye on that, and you can see this green thing here. Now you're wondering where the comet is. Well, we gotta up here to the upper right. Do it till you can see it. Looks like the comet's right there. Let me just try to. Oops, a little too much. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to zoom in with the mouse. You just use the mouse wheel. Now the program DSS, sometimes it tries to automatically select what it thinks is a comet, but it's not. So in order to select the comet, you want to hold the shift key in and you want to point. And then you can see in the upper right, it'll be up here. You can see that. So you want to click in the center of that. It doesn't have to be that precise, but it's good when it is. You see how there's a circle there? Now after you do that, you're going to go down to the right below this. You're going to click save. You got to do this for each and every light frame. Sounds like fun, huh? And watch what happens when I click save. The C shows up, 100 plus, and there's C. So now there's 99. So now we move down to the next one. And if we know the comet's there, but if it's not, you can just adjust the settings. So let's zoom in with the wheel, just so. There it is. So see how that tried to do that, but we want it on there. Click save. So now watch this down here now. See, we'll do one more in this channel. But you're gonna go through all the light frames until you have the C in every single one of them. And that goes for the green channel and blue channel. But if you have a full color camera, you just need to do that, the one channel. So what we're gonna do is do it one more time. Oops. Click on, see how it tried to do there, but nope, we want it there. Click save. Sometimes it just moves them around. As you can see now, it's below there, but just make sure they're all say C's. So let's just go to the green channel. We'll just pick a random one. Just see if it's going to be harder to see, but nope, that's when Comet Atlas was still bright before it disintegrated. So click there, save, and you gotta do it for every single file, light frame. Now if you lose this, just zoom out and zoom in, click. Nope, see how that click there? That's not the comet. You can tell the comet with the tail. Well, this small little tail. Save. Okay, so you get the point. Make sure all your light frames are checked. And I'll be back when I check them all. It's a tedious process, but after a while, it's worth it. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Let's just check all these frames, see how they all have the C on there. Okay. Okay, they all have the C. So what I'm gonna do now is uncheck all, and now we're going to stack. Whoops. Make sure that's unchecked. We're gonna stack the red channel, and if you have a one-shot color, you would just, just check that the one channel. So make sure nothing else is checked. Okay, now make sure we have the reference frame. Now you're gonna choose this one, the bottom one, stack check pictures, not registered, but this one. Okay, make sure we're good. Recommend settings. See, read this right here. You are trying to create a comet image with star trails. So use average combination method. See, if I choose this, then that, we don't want to do sigma clipping. So we want to use average combination method. Click OK. And we're off. And I'll be back after all the channels are all stacked. Okay, I'm back and just finishing up the blue channel. Now I already stacked the red and the green, and I put them in just a main folder called DSS Stack 2, you'll see. But right now, watch. Your screen will look like this. It's perfectly normal. And there's the comet right there, isolated. And these are all your star trails, and these dots are all from the filters that I use in the gaps of time between them. So I'm gonna save this. As you can see, I put it in there. Blue. Save. So I just wanted to show you the folder I put it in. DSS Stack 2. I created that because a couple weeks ago I already did this with and I called it DSS Stack 1. So Stack 2. Now within this, what I like to do is create another folder because you're going to stack the stars next. So just call it Stars Aligned Stack, and just leave it like that. Okay, so now we're back here. So we want to uncheck all. Okay, now go back to this. Now we're going to restack everything. Now this is where it's not tricky, but we're stacking the stars now. So with the red, check. Just make sure they're not checked. Remember, use a stack check pictures. So recommending settings. Okay. Okay, stacking parameters. This is what you want to look at. See, Comet. See, we already did that. We don't want that. We now want standard stacking, where it's going to align all the stars. So what we're going to do is click OK. Recommending settings. So now you see that that comet thing that we had before isn't there anymore. So we just do it like regularly. So click OK. And we're going to do this for each channel, red, green, and blue. And I'll be back when it's towards the end of the blue one. Thanks. Okay, back now. We're just waiting for the blue channel to finish up, which shouldn't take too much longer. Okay, almost there. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so we're going to save this, and you'll notice I put in that stars align stack that I created. So we have green stars, red stars. You can call it what you want, but just make sure that you know that they're star frames, and of course if the color's right. Blue, the stars. So now we have two sets of files, as I'll show you here. Stack 2. These I should just put in a folder. I'll just put, you don't have to do this, but Isolated Comet. Okay, so there's our two folders, and then our next step is to go into Photoshop, or if you have another program that you use, you could do that. But I'm going to show you my method, and I'll be back. Thanks. Okay, we're back now in Photoshop. So I'm going to open up the files. There we go. Just to recall it, the Isolated Comet and the stars aligned. It doesn't matter which one you start with, but I'm going to start with the aligned stars. That's your background with that smudge that you're going to see. So just open up these files. Okay, so we got them open. I'm not going to bore you with the initializing some of the extraction, so I'm going to pause this. Okay, I just did some minor tweaking, so now I'm going to combine the channels into one RGB photo. Create. Okay, so now I'm going to just show you, I'm going to really stretch it. Just first I'm going to adjust a little bit, but we'll just make it like that. You can see where the smear is going to be. So I'm just going to do a big stretch here. Whoops, it's blue. There we go. Levels, because I think I misaligned the blue. Okay, so here's a big stretch that you're not going to do, but I'm just trying to show you what you're dealing with here. And then I'm going to carefully redo it, and then I'll show you. You can see that right there. That's the remnants of the comet. So our goal is to get rid of that and blend it in. So I'm going to exit this. Then I'm just going to recombine it, and I'll be back. Okay, I recombined it, but it's not finished yet. But as you can see, the comet smudges right here. So now we gotta find a way to get that out, and there are many ways to do it. I have my way, you have your way, others have their way. So whatever way works for you, but I'll just show you my way, what I'm going to do. First I'm just gonna check the levels again. And right now I'm basically just trying to isolate that smudge, so I'm not worried about getting the background perfect yet. Now one tool that I like that I always use is select color, because it seems like there's a lot of blue in there compared to everything else, so we can probably delete some of that. See how that moves. Okay, we did absolute, relative. Okay, not much, but it did something. Now another tool that I like is replace color. Basically, it'll show you the color, as you can see right here. If I do the fuzziness, let's see. So now let's try to get it darker. Okay, it's diminishing a little bit. We don't want to affect the background, just this a bit. Okay. And now my next tool I'm going to use, which is one of my favorite, is dust and scratches. But first we're going to use a magic wand. See that area? Now if I hold shift and click it again, it'll get it a little bigger. I'm only using it at number 2 for the tolerance. Filter, noise, dust and scratches. This is an excellent tool, by the way, and you'll see why I use it later. Okay, I'm just gonna exaggerate this to show you what we're trying to eliminate. Okay, watch that magic. See that? There it is. There it isn't. So, but some stars got wiped out, but that happened because the comet wasn't smeared. So just keep an eye out right there. Get rid of that. Okay, it's looking better, but not completely gone. So let's see here. Let's try the selective color again. Xeon. I don't know if you can see, but it's doing a little bit. You try absolute. There it is. the camera raw. Zoom right in on it. There's our piece right there. Okay, we'll just blow it up a little bit. And just play around with some extremes till we can get it where we want it. There, it's starting to look a little bit more uniform. Now, we get a little black. Okay, so now that's looking a little bit better. It's still not perfect. So now let's see the levels. Looks a little too red. I don't want to clip anything. There we go. I think we got most of it, and it doesn't have to be perfect because don't forget the comet is actually gonna go over that, so we don't have to be perfect. Okay, now let's zoom in a little bit. We still have something there. Now let's try the spot healing brush. And don't worry about these stars here, we can always put new ones in. They're going to be covered regardless. Okay. Now I'm going to do a gradient removal. So I selected the whole frame, select all, filter RC Astros, which is a great thing if you don't have it. It's I think $50, but it's well worth it. I should still smooth it out. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much more time on this. We can always do it after. Just with the spot healing brush again. Now, let's do a curve. And this curve. There we go. I think that should be good enough for right now. I'll zoom in. Because, like I said before, the comets and the glow is going to be right around here. And we're going to merge them with the screen layer, but we'll do that after. So let's file, save as star background. Combined background 1. We'll call that. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the fun part. Alrighty. Okay, back now, and here's the star field. We'll adjust the color after a little bit. I know it looks a little red, So right now what we're going to do is open up the Isolated Comet channels and just combine them into one RGB channel. So I'm sure you know how to do this process, but if not, you can just watch. So Control C, copying the red channel, make that RGB for the new file, go over here to channels, paste, and doing the same for the rest. Click on there. Okay, there's our one channel. We'll save this as isolated, combined. You can name it anything you want. Okay, now we're going to extract the data just by levels and curves. Okay, to save time, I'm going to just hit pause now and extract it enough so I can show you the next steps. Okay, I extracted a little bit more, so we'll just do a little bit more. I'll align some of the channels. You just want to be careful about the green glow right here from the comet. You want to maintain that glow. And now is not a good time to use the Hasta La Vista green filter. Okay, and there's those rainbow stripes, as I said. We're just going to do one more curve here. We're not going to worry about bringing the comet out fully yet. But just a bit. Okay, the method how we do this, that I do it, I should say, is by dust and scratches. It's a filter in Photoshop. Let me just bring this out a little bit more. There we go. Just check the levels. Okay, what we're going to do is use the polygon lasso tool, and we will start with this one. So just click. This is a little time consuming, but it's worth the effort. And you go to filter, noise, dust and scratches. That's what we're going to mainly be using. You can see it already disappeared. But I'll show you reappear in this window here. See that? Right there. So if you turn the threshold down, zoom in, it still leaves a brown thing. So this is with the radius, you could fine tune it, and with the threshold, so it blends in better. You may have to do it a couple times. And that should be good enough, because I'll get rid of the rest after. Now we don't have to get rid of all these, just ones that are close, but I'll show you how to do that after. There it is. There it isn't. Okay, we're just gonna focus basically around this area right there. You're just gonna keep on doing this until you clear this out. Try to blend it in as best you can. There it is. There it goes. Then after, if there's remnants, we can just do touch-ups. Now here you want to be careful with not interfering with the comet. But usually it'll just surround the pixels that are around it and mix it in. But just on the safe side. Just do that one right there. Now you can always just repeat the filter by Alt Control F or hit that, but I like to zoom in on it through here. Okay, that looks good enough. And this is the part I want to be careful about, because there's the tail. Let's just see what happens here. Filter. Okay, we could always touch up on that. Okay, so I'll be back after I clear the rest of these up. Okay, back. Now, so far this is what I cleared out. Remember, you don't have to clear out all this stuff, because we're just going to get rid of that altogether at once. But you just want to clear out the path of the comet. For example, this stuff. So I'll just show you again. Filter, noise, dust and scratches. Like I said, it's always good to see where it is. That way you can blend it in better. Just by moving the threshold and the radius. There, that's good enough. Okay. I'm just gonna do one more and then just take a break, and then I'll show you how I cleared the rest out. There we go. Just try to blend it in as best as possible. Okay, when I come back, I'm going to show you how to clear the rest of this. It's much easier. Okay. Okay, I cleared just about all the area that I want to clear. As you can see, we'll zoom in here a little. Whoops. There's a couple lines, but we can get rid of that after we fine tune that. So this is what you're gonna do here. Get your lasso tool. You don't want to go too close to this. But what you want to do is go like that. Just because it's a lot better to blend in if you go out like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. And select inverse. And what that does is, in case you don't know, it keeps this safe. And everything out here is going to be changed. So what we're going to do once again is dust and scratches. It's all dust and scratches these days. Maybe we need a refresher course. Fletch. Okay, now this doesn't matter how we get it, because we're just going to make this background neutral and try to get it dark, because it's going behind. Actually, it'll be blended with the star background. So that's good for the first one. Okay, also let's just do if you have the RC Astro Gradient Exterminator, which is a great plugin. I'm sure a lot of people have it. I highly recommend it. So we'll just do that coarse medium. Okay. We actually missed a spot here. Dust and scratches. I'm not worried about that right there. I'll just get rid of it. Okay, there we go. So now we're getting there to making this background neutral. Now we have to do a few more things here. Okay, what we're going to do next is another one of my favorite filters. It's called the Camera Raw filter. I highly recommend using it for anything with AP. So here, what we want to do is we want to try to darken the background and just get the green glow to blend in nicely and the comet to pop out. So my guess is we're going to do black. Go that way, nope. I want to zoom in here. There we go. Try to give it a nice natural glow, like it is, without going too far. That should be good. Okay, so now what we'll do is get eyedropper tool and just select anywhere dark. Up here, get your paintbrush. Oops, that's pretty big. Too big. Nope. There we go. The flow's at 100, 100. Smoothing 100. Now just do this. Just be careful not to come too close to the comet yet. Because blending the around here is the tricky part. Now that we're getting closer to that, we're going to lower let's do 50, the flow 50, just very gently. And lower it even more. Now there's other methods you can do it as well, but I'm just showing you what I'm using right now today. Remember not to go too far into the comet's glow. Okay, let's see how that looks. We got some stuff down here. Now it's important to make everything, I mean, the best you can to blend into like a color, because we're gonna merge this with the star background, and you don't want any kind of weird gradient somewhere. Okay, now we're just gonna finish up here. Sure, you can do a lot more tweaking and all that, but I'm just showing you the basics on how to combine it. So what we're gonna do now, oh yeah, I almost forgot to explain the way I work with the layers. Now, what I usually do is when I'm happy with the layer, just a little tip for you, I just duplicate it. Then you can do all the changes. If you don't like it, get rid of it. Just by like that. For example, here, this was the original background. But I'm sure you know like this kind of stuff. So anyway, Control copy. I'm gonna paste. Now here comes the magic. You're gonna use screen mode. So it merges the two. And there you go. Now I know it needs a little bit more cleanup and everything. Just like around here, but I'm trying to keep this short. So what I'll do is just rotate the canvas. See how that looks. That's the direction that it's actually going in. Actually, a little more that way, but anyway, let's actually work on the stars real quick. Try to bring that out a little better. A little less red. Touch that. Give it a little blue. also to mention one more thing. Since we didn't merge them, if you want to work with the Comet still, you can to get it brighter. See that? That's some of the slop that we didn't clean up, so I was just pointing that out as well. That's only when we bring the curves up. So for now, we'll just leave it like that. And thanks for watching, and remember to visit astronebula.com, as I'm building more tutorials all the time, so thanks for watching, and please subscribe.